A Honda Accord once reached 1 million miles on its original engine and transmission. The owner, Joe Locicero, didn't have a secret trick. He simply stayed consistent with the maintenance habits most people eventually skip. Think about that for a second. Most cars don't survive long enough to see a second owner. This Honda survived long enough to see 1 million miles. So here are 10 habits that can help your Honda last over 30 years without any major repairs. Most Honda owners can tell you exactly when their next oil change is due. However, almost none of them can tell you the last time anyone looked at their suspension. 10. Regular suspension and steering inspections. That's important because your suspension is made up of dozens of components that wear down over time, even when the car still feels perfectly normal to drive. Ball joints, tie rod ends, control arm bushings, and struts wear out slowly over tens of thousands of miles. The tricky part is that your Honda will usually keep driving like normal while it happens. That's why these problems get missed. Worn suspension parts don't just make the ride rough. They can affect braking, change how the car handles, and accelerate uneven tire wear. What makes this especially frustrating is that many drivers assume uneven tire wear means they simply need new tires. In reality, worn suspension components are often the reason those tires wore out prematurely in the first place. Replacing the tires without fixing the underlying problem usually means the new set will wear out faster too. Leave it long enough, and a failed suspension component can become a safety issue, not just a repair bill. The good news is that a shop can check all of this in just a few minutes during a routine visit. Most owners never ask for it. That's exactly why it's on this list. But suspension only matters if the parts holding it together are actually built for your Honda in the first place, which is where the next tip comes into play. Every Honda owner eventually faces the same temptation, the cheaper part sitting right next to the one the engineers actually designed for the car. 9. Use OEM or high-quality OEM equivalent parts. It sounds obvious, but it's one of the most overlooked habits in long-term Honda ownership. A generic aftermarket sensor, filter, or belt might fit perfectly. That doesn't mean it works the way Honda intended. Small differences in a water pump, filter, or other parts can create bigger problems over time. Sensors are a good example. Hondas are known for being sensitive to sensor readings, and a low-quality oxygen sensor, crank sensor, or other electronic component can sometimes cause drivability issues even when the part is technically new. The part may bolt in perfectly, but if it doesn't communicate with the engine exactly the way Honda designed it to, you'll end up chasing problems that weren't there before. The Hondas that reach 250,000 miles and beyond are rarely the ones repaired with the cheapest part available. They're the ones where every replacement part matched what Honda actually engineered. Saving a few dollars on a replacement part can seem like a smart decision at the time. The problem is that some cheap parts don't last nearly as long as the originals. That means doing the same repair twice, sometimes only months later. Long-term Honda owners usually focus less on the purchase price and more on how long the repair is actually going to last. And speaking of things engineered to protect the car, the next one protects something most owners don't even think about until it's already a problem. Before we get into the rest of the list, we've got something that many Honda owners find useful. Our Honda Longevity Blueprint is a complete buying and maintenance guide packed with engine discussions, maintenance advice, and practical tips to help owners better understand and care for their vehicles. If you'd like to check it out, you'll find it linked in the description. 8. Rust prevention. Honda has recalled hundreds of thousands of vehicles for one reason: rust. In June 2026, Honda recalled more than 880,000 Pilots, Ridgelines, Passports, and Acura MDXs. Road salt was corroding the rear subframe badly enough that the rear suspension mounting points could eventually fail, increasing the risk of a loss of vehicle control. That's why rust prevention is number 8. If you live where roads get salted in winter, this matters. An annual undercarriage rust proofing treatment, whether it's an oil-based spray or a professional coating, costs far less than a subframe repair. The problem with rust is that it usually starts where nobody is looking. Moisture and road salt collect underneath the car, around suspension mounting points, frame rails, and other hidden areas. By the time you see rust on the outside, it may have already been spreading underneath for years. That's why owners who regularly wash the undercarriage and use rust protection tend to keep their Hondas on the road much longer. Now, let's get back to the list. One of the most neglected maintenance items on any Honda isn't under the car at all. It's hiding in plain sight under the hood. Brake fluid is one of the only fluids in your Honda that actively attracts water on purpose. 7. Brake fluid replacement. Honda recommends changing it about every 3 years, regardless of mileage. Because brake fluid is hygroscopic, the moisture slowly builds up over time. It lowers the fluid's boiling point and can corrode parts of the brake system from the inside. Under hard braking, brake temperatures can become surprisingly high. If the fluid has absorbed enough moisture, that heat can cause small vapor bubbles to form inside the hydraulic system. Unlike brake fluid, those bubbles can compress, which reduces the force being transferred from the brake pedal to the brakes themselves. That's one reason Honda recommends replacing the fluid on a time schedule, even if the car isn't driven very much. Most owners never think about brake fluid until the brake pedal starts feeling soft. By then, that moisture may have been sitting in the system for years. A brake fluid service is cheap. Replacing brake components damaged by moisture isn't. Moisture doesn't just affect braking performance. Over time, it can contribute to internal corrosion in brake lines, calipers, and hydraulic components. Preventing that damage is much easier and less expensive than repairing it later. And while your brake fluid is slowly aging, so is something much smaller under the hood. A Honda running on old spark plugs won't suddenly stop running. It'll just slowly get worse until the symptoms become impossible to ignore. 6. Spark plug replacement. Using the correct OEM spark plugs. Most Honda Iridium plugs are rated for around 100,000 miles, but many start showing wear before that. The signs usually show up gradually. First comes a rough idle, then fuel economy starts to drop. Leave it long enough and you may end up with misfires. That's why so many owners miss it. The car doesn't break down overnight. It just gets a little worse over time. That's what makes worn spark plugs so easy to ignore. The loss in performance happens little by little. The engine may not feel quite as smooth as it used to. Fuel economy may start slipping, and acceleration may not feel as responsive. Many owners don't realize how much they've lost until they finally install a fresh set. Replacing the plugs on schedule is a simple way to keep a small problem from becoming a bigger one. And once the spark is right, the next thing worth checking is whether the valves letting that combustion happen are even sealing correctly. Before we get to the habits that matter most, subscribe. If keeping your Honda on the road for decades is your goal, you're not going to want to miss what's coming next. Here's something most non-Honda owners never have to think about. 5. Valve clearance adjustments. Most Honda engines use solid lifters instead of self-adjusting hydraulic lifters. That means the valve clearances need to be checked and adjusted periodically. For most models, that's somewhere between 60,000 and 105,000 miles. Honda's maintenance schedules often say to adjust the valves if they become noisy. The problem is that the valves that do the most damage are usually the quiet ones. Ignore it for too long, and the valves slowly move out of adjustment. Tight valves are the dangerous ones. They don't make noise. But over time, they can burn out and turn a routine adjustment into a cylinder head repair. It's one of the least glamorous services on this list. It's also one of the most Honda-specific. Many owners coming from other brands don't even know it exists until a mechanic brings it up. Speaking of things that quietly do damage from the inside, the next one is sitting in your radiator right now. Here's one fluid that can quietly fail long before it looks worn out. 4. Coolant replacement.
Honda's long-life Type 2 coolant is designed to last about 10 years or 120,000 miles before its first replacement. After that, Honda recommends replacing it roughly every 5 years or 60,000 miles. Older conventional coolant should be changed much more frequently. As coolant ages, the additives that protect the engine start breaking down. Over time, the coolant becomes more acidic and can begin attacking the aluminum surfaces, gaskets, and seals it was meant to protect. A lot of people think coolant only prevents overheating. It actually does much more than that. It helps protect the cooling system from corrosion and keeps everything working the way it should. Once those protective properties start breaking down, internal wear can begin long before any temperature warning light comes on. Nobody gets excited about a coolant flush, but the Hondas still running strong at 400,000 miles usually aren't the ones that skipped it. Coolant protects the engine from the outside in. The next fluid protects it from the inside out, and it's arguably the most important fluid in the entire vehicle. Ask 10 Honda owners when they last changed their transmission fluid, and most won't have an answer. 3. Transmission fluid changes. Many Honda specialists recommend servicing CVTs every 25,000 to 30,000 miles, often sooner than the maintenance minder suggests. Conventional automatics can often go 50,000 to 90,000 miles. Honda automatics and CVTs are known to be sensitive to fluid conditions. Owners who believe the lifetime fluid myth and never change it are often the ones facing transmission problems much earlier than expected. Using the correct Honda fluid matters too. Honda transmissions have never been particularly forgiving when the wrong fluid gets poured into them. A lot of owners don't realize that transmission fluid does more than just lubricate moving parts. In automatic transmissions and CVTs, the fluid is actually part of how the transmission operates. As the fluid gets older, it becomes less effective at doing its job. That's why neglected transmissions often start showing small symptoms first, like slightly rough shifts or hesitation, long before a major problem appears. A transmission fluid change costs a lot less than a transmission replacement. Keeping the transmission healthy is important, but it doesn't matter much if the engine timing driving it isn't being looked after too. And that's where the next maintenance item comes in. Hidden behind a few plastic covers is one of the most important maintenance items on this entire car. 2. Timing chain and timing belt maintenance. If your Honda has a timing belt, Honda recommends replacing it around 60,000 to 105,000 miles or every 7 years. If it has a timing chain, it's designed to last the life of the engine, as long as oil changes stay on schedule. The danger is mixing them up. Skip a timing belt replacement and the belt can snap. On many Honda engines, that can bend valves or cause severe engine damage. The tricky part is that timing belts don't always give you much warning before they fail. A belt can look completely normal during a quick visual inspection while still being close to the end of its service life. That's why replacing it on schedule is so important. It's one of those jobs that's much cheaper to do preventively than after something goes wrong. But replacing a timing belt on schedule is only part of the equation. None of this matters if you ignore the one maintenance habit that every single part inside your engine depends on. If there's one habit that separates the Hondas still running after 30 years from the ones that aren't, it's this. 1. Regular engine oil and filter changes. For most Honda models, this should be done every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, depending on driving conditions and oil type. Oil touches every moving part inside the engine. Over time, it collects fuel residue, moisture, and tiny metal particles. As that happens, it slowly loses its ability to protect the engine. It's the least exciting service on this list. It's also the most important. Timing chains depend on it. Valves depend on it. In one way or another, everything on this list depends on it. That's why Honda's maintenance minder places so much emphasis on oil life. The entire system is built around the idea that many other maintenance items can be planned alongside regular oil service because engine oil is the foundation of long-term reliability. Honda's engines are known for
lasting hundreds of thousands of miles, but they were engineered with the expectation that clean oil would always be circulating through the engine. Skip enough oil changes and even one of Honda's most reliable engines starts accumulating wear much faster than it was designed to. Every Honda quietly approaching 400,000 or 500,000 miles has one thing in common. Someone stayed on top of the oil changes. None of these 10 habits are expensive on their own. Most of them cost less than a single tank of gas. But together, they're the difference between a Honda that gets traded in at 150,000 miles and one that's still running strong after 30 years. Before you go, if you're looking for a complete buying and maintenance guide, our Honda Longevity Blueprint is a complete buying and maintenance guide packed with engine discussions, maintenance advice, and practical tips to help owners better understand and care for their vehicles. If you'd like to check it out, you'll find it linked in the description. So which of these are you actually staying on top of? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more honest, no-nonsense maintenance breakdowns like this one, make sure to subscribe. We appreciate all of the support. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.